Hello, my last here. Welcome to the video. I just wanted to let you know I do have a Discord and a Twitter if you ever want to interact with me or say hi or have a conversation. And if you ever want to catch these videos live, head over to my Twitch and my Kick and come hang out. I sometimes don't talk. That's unfortunately one of my mini quirks. Is my inability to formulate thoughts as my brain focuses in on what I'm doing, and then I just forget to speak. So I'm always up to hang out and chat with anyone that stops by. So hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, I'm back to continue working on this wonderful custom vessel that I'm building. I also need to double check if I'm starting to speed up towards Ganymede. A little bit. The alarm should notify me if I'm getting too close. I'm not moving that fast, I don't think. I will secure the dock. Probably won't be done. Where's the cart? I need to grab that. I was going to move this over here and drop off the vent. Yeah, I'm gonna go down all the way to here. Not gonna start uninstalling the cargo nets yet. There's a test that needs to be repaired. Mm, there's also some food at this vessel that I could just chomp on. Not the best food, but Whoops, I fucked around the visor again. Mm, let's see something. Oh, no, I could just do one in the center like I usually do. Yeah, that would make sense, because that would then match that, and then I could have the vents and all that. Do I want to keep that transponder? I could probably just pay for a new one and rip that one out. That one breaks. If that's the case, then I'll probably put the transponder engineering somewhere. Whenever engineering's designed. Oh, you cannot restore the Weber laser equipment, so when it breaks, it breaks. Alright, go over there and grab a battery real quick. cost me like over $1,000 just to dock. I shouldn't stay at dock for long, otherwise I'm gonna rack up massive amount of fees. Like I kind of need more to like stabilize the orbit of my ship, and just go get passed back to the station and pass out in my slum room for probably probably for a long time. I'm also very antsy to do that because I don't want to just lose my vessel or have it like fling itself away, because also there's a limited battery charge as well. Also, one of the other things is the battery systems. I probably shouldn't be slotting in my EVA battery. Yeah, I'm gonna go de-slot that battery real quick. Come on. I don't know why it's doing this. It has to do something with that fucking world map sim. I swear. Oh yeah, I was gonna take that out. Well, I'm already at 60%. There's not much real point in taking it at that point. You've already half dismantled this ship. Mm. Oh, wow, there's actually a bat around here that is pretty charged. So what the fuck do they get the N2 scrub, like the CO2 scrubber inside of the reactor room? Y'all crazy. They also have no cooling inside of here. Relying on the entire ship's cooling system to cool the reactor from somewhere else. Technically, I was also doing that, but then I later installed a cooler, because one cooler is enough to cool the engine off. We must remove the floor! The floor must go bye-bye. Yeah, so if I get rid of that transponder, then I can just put the door back in right here. This will just become a space. Actually, that could become the machine room, where I have all the machine parts delivered right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Instead of building a machine room up north, I'll just have the machine room in the south. Yeah, I can get parts, just parts delivered right. Zones, items. Also, when I'm back near station again, I want to kind of remember I want to get the surgery to fix my surgery scars. Or get the treatment to fix my surgery scars. It is a 250,000, but that would mean I would never have to feel the pain of the old cybernetic surgery scar. Although I might hold off on that because maybe the prices in Oleg are just more expensive because there is just no other option. And maybe if I go to Venus, maybe the medical treatment there might be cheaper. Also, I do want engineering to be as big as possible for a simple reason of space for more containers of supplies for a reactant. Because I want a lot of helium and beryllium, and oh, more of helium in it than anything else. Because I want 5 tanks of helium to every one canister of beryllium, or whatever the fuck it's called. That might just be happening. That thing might have just happened because I was awake for too long. No, it says that you start suffering from hallucinations and you're awake too long. And we could just be suffering from a hallucination about hypoxia. I think I'm more serious if I actually, says again, oh, you're suffering from hypoxia. How's my backpack look? Maybe I can't pick up the scrap steel. No, I can. So I need to just dismantle a wall. I'm gonna get this done as well. Technically, that transporter's in the way, but will be dealt with in the eventual future. Yeah, it is one of those critical repairs that we need to fix up the doors before the doors break. We can get some more scrap steel easily. Dismantle. Mm, Also, now I was thinking about, I could theoretically put the Atmos room on the side of the residential section, because technically it's more important for that to be there than anywhere else, but I'll have to determine that later during blueprinting. Well, since I'm not going to use these jumper cables ever, I might as well just mantle them with electronic parts. Just realized I was dismantling 4 pieces. Whoops, I just mantled the floor piece, whatever. And that's what I call about part flipping, right there. Because it's a lot of money to like buy something that's broken and then fix it. As long as you get the parts for basically near free. Missing motherboard. I can't really do anything about that. Oh, that's also missing motherboard. Okay, now since all that's unable to be built, it is time to add more flooring. How do I want to do this? Okay, that is kind of like the center line of the ship. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, make sure these two are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're equal. Alright, so actually, no. I already have a thing that determines the width of the ship right there, which is the cargo side. Oh, because I technically am extending a little bit further out using these specialty pods, could increase the size of the ship a bit. You know what? Yep, doing that. Since I'm already going up this far anyway, is the cargo pod. And that is the wall section. Oh yeah, no, I kind of did it in the wrong section. Whoops. I need to do enough furniture, specialty cargo. Because we won't rest until we find a specialty cargo ship that will give me all these pods for free. Most salvagers don't have the ability to take specialty cargo pods, so they don't even touch them. Because of the size of their ships, they're not big enough to carry pods. Good, cancel order on that. Wait, did I do the same thing over here too? Nope. Checking on this side. And now that's equal. The question is, how big do I want to make the cargo bay? Six. Three, 6, 9. use it as a measuring stick, essentially. So I will just 6, 9, 12, 15. I think that'll be a good enough cargo bay. I don't think I need to make it that much bigger. Well, it is my ship. I could go insane on it. I can make it even larger. No, it's 50. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. You want to go by 20? Okay, I'm going to go by 20. It's 20 on the wall of it. Mm, yeah, this is going to be a massive undertaking to build the cargo section. I also need to rethink about my atmosphere section, because it is going to take a lot of air to fill up the ship. Plus, it's not going to take much air to maintain it because there's a single crew. But the amount of air to fill up the ship. Plus, if a puncture happens, the amount of air I would lose. So I do not need to keep in mind to keep backup air to refill the ship up if there's a puncture. We'll keep the measuring marks, because I will be building a walkway on the exterior anyway. The problem is I can't plan out the... Can I plan out engineering section right now? Yes, I could actually start planning out the engineering section, but that... Okay. Yeah, I will. Yes, I forgot to put a HVAC. I'm also going to focus one thing at a time. I'm not going to try to hard plan things. Because I'm probably going to take a massive chunk of this vessel with this. I'm probably going to have to move some thrusters into this room. Just to be able to move this ship that fast. Oh, so it's going to be fucking hell to make this flight worthy in atmosphere. I'm really debating whether I want to put some cargo webs on either side. Alright, we're gonna jump off these walls for now, plus that scrap. We're also gonna go pick up more floor. I'll just have to name the zones Web 1 and Web 2 just to make sure if anything gets delivered there, I'll know. It'll be slightly annoying, although if that gets delivered there, if I'm gonna have to swap in and out of my suit all the time. If that's the case, I'll probably actually let me check the zones. Actually, I could probably turn off barter to the zone, meaning that it won't be delivered, because I've never tested to see if it'll actually, if a zone matters if it needs to be barter or not. So if it doesn't actually need to be barter, then I don't need to actually care about making the web zone in terms of worrying about things being delivered out there. Because then I can just start throwing... Although, technically, I shouldn't need to start throwing things out there until... it's determining how much I need to deliver. That goes only 5 a second. That is slow as balls. That is a massive room. I also am thinking about... Well, I'm also not selling this shit. That's the other thing I gotta think about. I don't have to worry about what this game classifies each room as. Man, the amount of wool I'm gonna need. I'm not gonna select door, because then it's gonna want to constantly install that door. And it's gonna be like, oh, you can't deliver the door. You can't deliver the door. The door will be completely on the opposite side of the thing. I think I'm gonna keep this 5x5 hall, like a 5x5 hall. Meaning I'm not gonna actually build the wall on the door, so there's some space in the hallway leading up to the cockpit. I just realized I solved all those manuals. Whoops. Alright, stop it. Stop it. You're not gonna run back and forth delivering a single floor piece. I just kind of realized there's gonna be a lot of conduits that I need for that room too. Unless I plan to just not. Also, I just thought about that too. The lights are going to be an issue for this room. I might just literally have to make pillars for lights. I'll determine that in the future. because that is a feature me problem to figure that out. Let's figure out how to put the conduit in my bag. Also need to get rid of these parts out of my bag too. 16 times pain because it will close some windows because they won't open properly. That's the funny thing about 16 times. It's still timesing by 16 even pause. Uh, boop, 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 boop. Oh, so I need to check this. Is there an option to make the music? No, music can't. I want music to come all the time, please. I pulled a derp. I ran out of power. I completely forgot to check that. Whoops. That means I have to try to buy a battery or two to return on the system. What is your problem? We got power, we got air. Okay, time to go call pass. Actually, let me pick up this. I'm gonna need to put batteries on this. And I'm just gonna go over here real quick. Get all the floor out of my thing, oh Bob. 2, 1. It doesn't matter if the ship is powered. Because I was able to come out into the derelict. It's as long as I own the ship, legally on paper, I own the ship. I can come out to it. Mm, I'm also going to go to the commercial section, and I'm going to seek out medical attention because just in case I'm sick. I think it was like 5 grand. Mm. Oh wait, I don't. There was a battery at the ship. I didn't need to come back here. Mm. Do I want to bring a bunch of these mini batteries? Sure, why not? Also, can the mirror fit into this? Because if it can't, I'll just drop it off at the room. If it can, I will be taking it with me and installing it in my ship because it is a lot better than a normal intake. Mira, I'll take that. I'll take the Mira. I would buy the damaged reactor parts, but alright, I'm gonna drop off the dolly. I'll buy the damaged. Where is it? The damaged fuel injector. Reactor parts always come. Damaged reactor parts do come up a lot. I'll head by the black market real quick too. See if there's anything new here. And then I'll head over to commercial for a medical examination. Because I will be trying to make a legitimate reactor room where I will separate the reactor from the rest of the ship in terms of air. But other than that, I'll probably put it at the bottom left of engineering. Oh, the cat is hungry. Any food on me? No. Oh, yeah, we could say literally I could feed it. Let's see if this food cart got any more food. So interesting, the food cart up down here technically is cheap. Ooh! Okay, look at this. This was the old reactor and how it used to work. They don't exist no more. For ships, because they used to be for ships as well, but now they're only for, as it says on the tin, stations and permanent installations. My character essentially lives in this fucking suit. Oh, I forgot to feed the cat. I'm gonna have to come back because I need to feed the cat. That cat is gonna. Cat is my cat. All right, gonna go to medical services. You sign your right to protest the exorbitant price and any potential side effects. You grit your teeth and suffer through this easily. Honestly, $2,500 for medical treatment, not that expensive. Unless that was 25 grand, then yeah, it was pretty expensive. But I'm pretty sure that was only 2,500. Now it's time to pass back to the station. Mm, the other thing is, I don't need to really install these batteries immediately. I probably should only install. I'm gonna install one and check navigation data. Then after that, I'm just not gonna install the rest because I'm gonna try to save those until I'm gonna be on my return trip. I'll just install one over here because there's no point of me installing anywhere else. Paying the pass is a lot cheaper than paying docking fees. Because how much power does that give me? Night 19. Because the only issue of not having power is I could get threatened because I don't have my transponder on. Although maybe it's if my ship is depowered, they're not gonna freak the fuck out about me not having my transponder in because they're like, oh, he doesn't have power. But you never know. It's corporate forces. It's about like I don't give a shit. You just don't have power. How dare you? Alright, so I picked it up. I'm gonna wander over here. I'm gonna drop all this stuff off. I'm gonna order repairs on that and that. I don't know if they'll be able to repair that. I'll also go grab some more floor. I'm gonna continue the massive floor project. I don't know why that's repair, so whatever. Actually, I'll just top up the thing. It's not like it's the end of the world if it stops or repairs the dolly. So I'm hoping I can find those cargo bay drop thingamabobs. Also, worst comes to worst, I could put like the reactants inside of the cargo bay. Mm, so what is ammo classified as? Weaponry. Okay. Alright, so loading it out of the map has caused it to just randomly select whatever the fuck it wants. So that's gonna actually be a pain in the ass to actually finish this construction. I should note that for future reference. When doing massive construction like this, I need to be a little more slow. Also might do something wonky. I might put a second nav console somewhere on the ship as a backup nav console. Because if somehow the nav console gets obliterated, murderated, and Micrometeor just punches through the command console, I have a backup one. So it'd suck balls if I just lost my command console flying midway through fucking inter-system travel. Same thing said to be if I lost my damn reactor. If I lost my reactor, I'm probably dead. I need to check something. Around hour 5 and 6, I'm starting to speed up significantly, I think. I might want to be careful about that. I have the same circuit set on this side of the door as well. I think my ship glitched because I'm out of power, but it still has all the lights on. Like the door doesn't have power. Okay, I can cancel that so I don't go around that, trying to avoid it. just spinning around the ship because of loading in and out of this map has deleted the order of all of these blueprints, meaning they just oh, I gotta go over here, I gotta go over here, I gotta go over here, gotta like slap down with 4 pieces over here, gotta go over here, gotta go over here, gotta go over here. Like, wasting so much time. I should only really need to. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go over to the transponder. I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna get the transponder on by itself, so it doesn't. So don't incur the wrath of government forces. Install this one conduit. I'm also going to uninstall this battery and flip it for future reference. Just so that I want at least the transponder running 24/7. I'm assuming it doesn't take that much power to operate. I don't want to get fined for not having my transponder on. That is the one thing I fear most, is fines. Not pirates, not the meat, fines. Well, actually, I would fear the meat if it's on my vessel. I would probably try to sell my vessel at that point, if depending on how much meat got on my vessel. I'd be like, this is not my problem no more, this is yours. Alright, a casual 13 years for the transponder. Okay. That's good. Every time it lags like that, I clench waiting for the game to crash. So that transponder should never, ever, ever run out of power. It really shouldn't. If it runs out of power, the battery just got broken. I'm also very tempted to do that to the nav console. I'm really happy I installed the transponder back. I literally got scanned at the second that I got it back on. Actually, that might be just them be like, wow, there's a new signature of a ship out there. Let me scan it real quick. They're probably going to send me a message and my terminal is not going to receive it. Because the terminal's off. I kind of wish there was a lot smarter version of the AI where it's like, okay, going to pick up floors, to pick up all the floors they can possibly find. If it has like a dolly, so I don't, my character doesn't run back and forth all the way just to get floor one floor at a time. Could auto test be the one real reason why this is glitching out so hard? The only real time we're gonna need the power for the ship is when we slam into Ganymede. Oh, I'm doing good. Just building my custom built ship that I'm gonna use to explore the galaxy. Thank you for the follow. How's it going with yous? Try these doors open real quick. Ah, I can't remember. I think there was an update to the game since then. Go check. Let me go check thing because I can't remember. I think it was literally this month. It had a cool little visor thingamabob. Makes it easier to see damage and other things. Yeah, August 7th. The visor, the note, and the timer app. Which I don't. The timer app pretty useful. I don't really use the notes. The visor is the thing. I also had the visor off. I like keeping this on. I like having alien vision. I like the price vision. Lets me spot parts easier. I recently, just to give you a sense what has happened so far, I recently got paid off my debt with my original vessel. I had built it up to a Titan Max class vessel, and I sold it for 2,300,000. And then I bought a derelict for 44,000, just a small little derelict, and I am currently building that up. I've also triggered the meat, so the meat is now out and about in the boneyard. Nice. I've never really started without debt. I've always had the debt. The main way I've paid off the debt every time I've actually paid off the debt on my runs is I found the cargo freighter ships with the 8 million cargo pods of specialty, and that could like pay down like a good like a third of your debt right there. Ah, you have not experienced the meat events. The meaty events. Let me see if I could see it from here. Do I see any? I don't think there's any out and about right now. What the hell is that? What is that? I can't even select that, but it's on my monitor. It counts as a part. What? Oh, that might actually be other UI stuff. Whoops. Oh, the gambling event. Yeah. I had to relearn how to optimize character creation where I could get a lot of skills. So I started off with a lot of skills and started with no negative traits. Other than the negative personality traits, I have a lot of those. Okay, going back to visor. Get my visor up. I'm currently suffering with the pain of building up a massive ship because I wanted to build a massive ship. And I plan to put cargo pods down here for whenever I get the ship up fully and ready to go inter-system. Because last time I the special part in doing a bunch of station quests. I haven't touched any station quest. I've gotten all of the constant, oh, this person knows you and wants to give you a request. And the most I've made from those is 10 grand, and one literally going up to commercial and talking with the clerk. That was it. Mainly I've been making money because I built my ship up to have a decent-sized cargo bay, and I've been mainly making money by scavenging parts, also repairing parts, because I try to repair all the high-value damaged parts. I also flip parts from the corporate store, because they'll sell damaged reactor parts, and then I'll sell the working reactor parts to the black market. Honestly, I feel like I interact with the black market so much that I feel like I should get investigated. But I have a slight game theory that I feel like the black market is sanctioned by the corporation. Just so there's no actual black market for the parts to slip through. I've also had one pirate encounter this entire run. They were on a derelict. I pulled out my... I pulled out my Quicksilver and shot them to death. Because I always have a gun on me, no matter what. So I have a knowledge for the future on how to build large constructions. I want to do it in chunks. Because when you leave and come back, it just randomizes the delivery order. And I don't want to pick up all these... I could cancel half of this. And just pick up the parts later. Yeah, but do that. Because the character's kind of like running around with a chicken head cut off movement is kind of getting annoying. I would. It has a tutorial now. I don't know if you played back when the tutorial happened. Last time I played, I had built up my ship and tried to go inter-system, and then I realized I didn't build it up enough for reactants, so I couldn't go inter-system because I ran out halfway. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. Because the beta stuff had just been introduced, but it wasn't really fleshed out from what I remember. Now there is more stuff at Venus, I believe. So I'm going to be heading over. Like, it's going to take a while because I plan to build this massive vessel. Running around in circles. Yeah, they have a full-fledged tutorial and tutorial ship. Like it's not like a ship you get for a tutorial. It's your first derelict is a tutorial. I will also have some early equipment you can use, which I used to buy certain equipment at the start no matter what. Because how I set myself up for success is I buy uh, certain equipment like the grinder, welder, or all that early, and like crowbar and stuff. And there's a crowbar, a couple stuff on that derelict as well. It also teaches you about fixing and stuff, I believe. It just goes through a lot of the basic mechanics. Like it's not like a. It's just the first derelict it'll direct you towards is a tutorial. Like it'll spawn it in front of you. Like when after you get done learning how to drive the ship, it'll just kind of spawn it in front of you to teach you how to dock. It's not like a hyper valuable derelict, but it's a derelict with some okay components. Also, for this one, I had a random maintenance technician walk into my ship and die, asphyxiated in his suit. I'm pretty sure it's still the cargo. Actually, I took the passenger ship as my starting ship because I liked the amount of space it had because I could remove all the chairs out of it. Yeah, the characters are great up at going around. Alright, I'm gonna just cancel that on the edge as well. Oxygen tanks that I got because I might have to go grab a new oxygen tank. I got one left. And I get About like 10%. I should probably get a pass ship back. I'm just gonna manually grab this stuff so it stop running around in circles. Yes, I think that passenger stuff. From my recollection, I think the passenger shuttle was the best to turn into a cargo ship. Oh, alright, now back to auto task. I'm gonna toggle down to 1%. Even though the nav console's out, this will tell me when I'm about to flame into Ganymede. Nom 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 nom. Back there and start sprinting all that floor out there. I'm tired of the fucking buzzing. I'm tired. So you move around faster than jump off this. That moves a lot faster without that. Bringing that behind him. This is not even half the vessel that I have planned. There's a level above Titan Max. I'm gonna reach it. Probably, maybe. I always debated about double layering walls, but it's probably fine. Technically, the war weapons update doesn't exist yet, so there's no point of me layering walls like that. Mm, like my head's jigger, like a jigger with a head's cut off. Also, I realize I have a lot of electronic components that do eat a lot of passive power. I might want to consider. This is the cargo room. Once the cargo room's done, I will consider designing the battery room so I can cut the battery or cut the batteries off of the system, so I don't have to power all of these other systems while I'm just sitting still, and I just have a sub battery that's connected to the transponder. That's the funny thing. I don't need to connect the transponder to the entirety of the vessel's power. And it'd probably be a great idea to keep that independently powered. So if there's ever a critical emergency, like the reactor goes down, the batteries get somehow exploded or something, that my vessel still technically has its transponder so people can see me. Now I have to experiment with power systems and see how much power the terminal takes. The ship bay, the nav station, because depending on how much power it takes to operate, I might also do the same thing where I'll make a independent power supply to the nav station. Also, we'll come back. Just rambling on about my plans and the massive vessel I'm trying to build. Thank you, thank you. I'll drink my coffee. My water is always in my fridge. because this is only about half of the vessel that I'm planning to build. Because the game like, I'm gonna build up. I don't know how far I'm gonna build up here. I'm gonna build the residential section for my character over here, the wellness room and all that. Probably gonna build Atmo right around here for the ship, and then all of engineering will be over here, and then the cockpit's gonna have a little special, unique flair to it. I'm gonna do something nice-ish to it. Something that probably give a lot of pilots a heart attack if they walked into that room. They plan to make it a glass cockpit where you can see outside of the ship, which theoretically is a horrible idea because if a single micrometeor hits that, it's a puncture into the ship. So I also do plan to make have a secondary nav console just in case magically my cockpit gets breached, then I can just nav console from somewhere else. Mm. Have you ever had your character stay awake for too long? Because I've never had my character stay awake too long. I always get them to go to sleep. So, I'm wondering what happens when I stay awake for too long. I do remember when it says in the 72-hour notice, talks about hallucinations. Mm, running in circles. Okie dokie. Have a great sleep. Mm. Almost done with this horrible designation stuff. Mm. if you're still here and listening, there, I don't know how when they added this change, but now you can buy licenses over that are over 24 hours. Uh, Up to a 300-day license, which costs $1 million. It's time to rev that dolly again. Let's see, is there any more floors that I don't know about? Mm, Floors left. I don't see that much more. Mm, I guess I could put the cardboards out there. Where is the cargo web? Web. Porters. Uninstall. I'll also put some floor out here as well. Uh, I could also just start buying floor from the salvage shop. Whenever I go back to station, I might actually start doing that. We're doing a mass 4 uninstall again. Mm, mm, how far have we gotten? Oh, actually chewed through most of it. I do love how combat engineering is going up slightly every little bit. Uh, yeah, at this rate, I'm gonna actually chew through this ship pretty fast and turning it into my own. I don't know how much ship is gonna be left at this rate. Also, don't know if I will have to go back for sleep at some point. Well, actually no. What I'm gonna have to go back for is oxygen. I don't have enough oxygen. I also probably have to make a little independent thing because main thing is power restricted for construction because I don't need power on the ship unless I am actively needing thrust. I wonder what is in the background that's causing that. 'Cause I know it's not my pathing because it just happens every once in a while, so it has to be on the map somewhere, like the like actual system map. I'll go grab any four that I've just missed. That probably means my hit light went out, yeah. I do remember a thing, I don't know if it either got removed or made extremely rare. It used to be a work lights thing that you'd like set up outside to give you a bunch of light. I haven't seen that. I didn't see that in the last build. I haven't seen it in forever, so I'm wondering if it got taken out of the game. I'm gonna eat this trash into space. I just need to do something with the extra space. It's not even that hard to install them, too. It's pretty nice. My current distance to Ganymede. I have 5 hours until I have collision with Ganymede. So that is, okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have until about 7. So I need to give myself extra time so I don't actually collide with it or forget about it. So probably actually no, I'm gonna give it keep going until 6 in the game and then start maneuvering. And then get a fresh tank of battery. Guess I probably should put these lights on right here. Mm. Also, I haven't checked this backpack. Anything in it? No. Once I get past done on the right hand side of the cargo bay, I am gonna start installing walls and the exterior walkway floor. As I kind of realized the exterior walkway floor could act as probably like a bumper too. So if someone collides into me, at least it'll maybe take the brunt of it. That's all the conduits I can see. I'd be so annoyed if I had it at all any. 'Cause I hate jumper cables. I hate them. They look so dinky. Rinky dinky. Also, I can't wait for the hallucinations to kick in. I haven't ever seen those before. Yeah, I'll also schedule the power all the way. Oh yeah, I should go drop off these lights. Yeah, 2 hours until I need to turn on the ship to maneuver. Otherwise, we'll slam into the asteroid. I don't know how fast we're going to slam into it. Maybe like a meter a second, which, although it's still making contact with something, probably not the ideal circumstance. You just delivered the door. How about you install it? What are you doing? I guess there's just certain damage that was like, okay, this is a lot of damage. Automatic, we're gonna have to repair it. I might bite the bullet, and just to stay safe, I might dock my ship back at the station and sleep at the station. But I'm also probably gonna cost me an arm and a leg to have the ship docked for that long. So it kind of makes me not want to actually dock at the station with this thing for long extended periods of time. It was already $1,000, and that wasn't even this big. Next mass objective is going to rip off the ass end of this vessel. We're also going to take apart the vessel from the center line down. No. This thing would literally be nothing by the time I get done. It is becoming part of my vessel. Also, I'm going to set up the install order on the other side as well for the cargo webbing. Well, I'm not in the right vessel. I'll have to do that later. I'll check something. I love how our combat engineering is going up. Let me check something. My character. What is combat engineering specifically? It does not say. I think it literally is in for certain components and also installing, deinstalling under stress or under combat conditions. I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah, once the ship is finished, this will be a salvaging machine. Also, might want to consider at that point getting other crew. I do technically have enough planned space for a crew section on the right hand side. Well, I also could just, although I'm kind of like vanity based in how I build things, I could legitimately build a crew section. I'll have to check on in later to see if the AI has been updated where they'll auto grab things like add new batteries. If they'll do that, I will be okay with doing getting crew. Because if they still don't do that, then I don't want them. I'd rather have my character do everything. The simulation suffering is having a hemorrhage. I'm gonna try to slow it down to get through the hemorrhage. So the simulation is having a stroke. I'm assuming it has something to do on the world map again. When the system map. Oh, it was auto-saving in the background. I just saw that. So that's what that means. Also, when I leave this vessel, I am going to strip all the good parts out of it. Just so there isn't an incident where someone comes by and loots the vessel and steals all the good stuff out of it. Because I don't care if they take, like, a cargo bin or something, where they take floor. Floor is infinite. Essentially, is an infinite resource. As long as they're derelicts to get. And technically, I won't care about the cargo nets either if once I get done with the cargo net space outside where I want it. Although I just realized that is most of the reactor components. Right there. There's the capacitor, there's the belt heater, that's the core pump. And a crash. You know what, I'm gonna call it there. Then if it's gonna crash again, it is pretty late. Otherwise, I would love to continue, but it is pretty late. I do have to get up for work tomorrow. Might be able to do, depending if I actually go to bed on time, might be able to stream a little bit tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a subscription, leave a comment, a like. Maybe head over to my Twitch and Kick and follow me there and say hi. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day.
The night is young, but it feels so old. A story written, yet never told. The mask is heavy, the air is thin. The game begins, but no one wins. Oh, it shines like gold, it feels like fire. A fleeting touch, a burn.